Thunder. We all got our pants on though. I know it's kind of crazy. We are
Absolutely.
everybody got their pants on and everybody got their glasses on, man.
Indeed.
I am your illustrious host. I've always wanted to say that. And I got two of the baddest gentlemen in the Cowboys sphere. I guess we call it the Cowboys sphere, the big old circle, even though we rep that star, you dig? I on top at the top right there, because you know rent's about to be due. It's 25th. You know there's only 3 days. I'm gonna tell y'all this right now. Rent is not due on the 29th. If you get rent in on the 29th, your ass gonna be late. You know what I'm saying? Rent due on the first. Hey, rent due on the first. And since the rent's due on the first, man, I got landlord in the building. What's up with you, man?
Yes, sir. What's happening with you, man? You know, it's a short month, but I can't take no shouts on the rent, though. That's all I'm going to say.
Straight like that.
We take EBT too now. We take EBT. You know what I'm saying?
Cash
App and all that.
Yeah, we taking dollar for dollar, though. Ain't no 40 for 20. None of that.
Hey, landlord.
I need all my kids got to eat.
Hey, you better tell the landlord it's tax season. They ain't got no reason to be short on the rent.
Yes, sir. Yeah, y'all got that money this right now. I know it.
Well, technically, you know what Jordan gonna do right around this time. You about to drop a bunch of 15 pairs of retros.
Oh, he's gonna run off with the money.
He gonna drop them lemons for you, ain't it?
Yeah, all them Jordans,
leather, baby.
All them Jordans you ever wanted about to come out right in the next months and a half. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna tell you right now. When you get that check, two people you better pay. You better pay God. You best to pay God.
Facts.
And you better pay Jerry. All right,
hey, shout out to everybody rocking with us in the building, man. We finna come with some of this fire for y'all. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Shout out to everybody.
Hey, and since it's 3 days, three days for rent's due. I know a couple of y'all is short, man. So I brought HTM Sports on here. You wanna know why? Because he the money man. He the numbers man. he up here. He done found a YouTube video that say 9 + 21. You feel me? So let's get it, man.
Right.
HTM, let them know what it is, man.
Hey, man, it's your boy Henny the Moore over here at HTM Sports, man. Tapping in with my boy West Coast and my brother Landlord, man. And you know, we finna get right into it, brother. Hey, ain't no shorts.
I heard that. Hey, man, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm really tapped in with them because, man, I ain't going to lie, man. I've been using my eyes as an excuse to just take a little hiatus. Yeah, I ain't even going to lie, man. I've been on it, man. I've been on it. But salute to these young fellas, man, because I'm going to tell you, my boy Jim Jones said this, man, when you're not motivated, stay consistent, man. So salute to these fellas for helping your boy stay consistent. And let's get and being with that consistently, hey, we got to pay some bills. So let me go through this real quick. You guys already know whenever West Coast goes live, there's 2 things you guys must do. First thing you must do is, actually it's 3 things. I got to change that. It's 3 things you guys must do. They all start with an S. First thing you must do is you must hit that share button. So I need everybody right now, no matter where you're watching at, hit that share button right now. That's YouTube, that's Facebook, that's Instagram, that's your mama house, your auntie house, no matter where you at, hit that share button. You feel me? It is not going to run our cable bill up, I promise. All right, next thing I need you to do. I promise you. Now, I'm going to tell you this right now. If you watch the VCR when it's raining, that might run our cable bill up. So be careful on that. Be careful. Now, next thing I need you guys to do is if you're watching on Facebook, YouTube, there's this thing called stars and super chats. I need all you guys. What are stars and super chats? They're simply just a monetize a way that you can show the content creators that you rock with us and that you support this content, man. Listen to me. The Cowboys might not have got the job done, but I promise you this right now. All 3 of these individuals on this live show did their job this season and brought you guys content. And guess what? With your help, we're going to bring it to you again this year, man. Listen to me, y'all fellas. When the Cowboys lost in the playoffs, I said this right here. And unfortunately, I said it last year, too. I said this. And guess what? When my team lost in the Super Bowl this year, my 6U team, I said this exact same thing. You know what I said? You know the greatest thing, the dopest thing about losing? And they say, what? Tomorrow you get to wake up and start all over and try again. You feel me? And guess what? We already 3 weeks into it. So let's get it. You feel me?
Like Aaliyah said, dust yourself off and try again, baby.
You feel me, man?
Indeed. Hold up. Hey, while we're on that note, though, man, let me show some love to some of the folks that's tapping in over here at HTM Sports, man. Gary Murphy, I appreciate you for tapping in with your boy. Michael Leichhardt, what's up with your brother? Double R, I appreciate you. Who else did I just see in here? Hola to you, too. I appreciate you tapping in with us.
Yes, sir. Hey, shout out real quick. My boy Roger Smith hit that star button. Demetrius hit that star button. Terry hit that star button. Kirby, what's up with you? Tangelia, what's up with you, Tangelia? I see you. Hey, matter of fact, shout out to all the beautiful Cowboy ladies in the building. Hey, what's up with you? Jonathan Taylor, I see you. Kirby, what's up with you? I see you, man. And then, hey, shout out to the real ass Cowboys that's holding it down out there too. I see y'all stomp down, real Cowboy fans. I see you out there, man, holding it down in your workplace, at the water room. I know it was crazy them last 2 weeks of the season. I know even them non-49er fans was talking crap. You know what's crazy, fellas? You know what's crazy? When the Cowboys lose in the playoffs, it's almost like it was a celebration. It was crazy how many Browns fans had stuff to say. Raiders fans had stuff to say. It was just crazy, man. It was crazy.
You already know we America's team. We the team that everybody else team watch. You know what I'm saying?
Well, if we America's team, why the hell they hate America's quarterback then? The hell's going on with that?
they can't stand him. They can't stand
Dak. I was gonna say they can't stand his, but I ain't gonna say that. I don't want to get canceled. But man, they can't stand his black ass. What the hell Dak do, man?
Man, like the only thing Dak Prescott did wrong, was get drafted by the Dallas Cowboys
and take up for Kellen Moore. That's how he did.
And listen, even with taking up with Kellen Moore, that's what a real dude's supposed to do. Like, hey, if me and LandLord locked in, and we got a business venture together, and the business don't take out like it's supposed to, man. Like, hey, I'm still gonna rock with LandLord, man. I'm like, hey, that's still my guy. Hey, it didn't work out, but that's still my partner. So hey, he kept it real. He kept it solid for his boy. He could have threw Kellen Moore under the bus 100 times, but he didn't.
But my question is this. I feel like a lot of fans right now, shout out to my boy Donald Redu, real ass Cowboy fan in the building. Hey, man, I think a lot of Cowboy fans is low-key kind of mad at him for not doing that, though, because I feel like when Dak first got in here, everybody loved how he was a leader and he was quiet and he just led and he just always said the right thing and then he just always did the good thing. And then all of a sudden, y'all wanted him to just turn into this Brad Pitt, just crazy hair, perfect hair guy with just sassy attitude. You know what I'm saying? Just this crazy, just like slapping people around and like, what in the hell? Like,
what I think one of the major factors was, we Cowboy fans, we kind of crazy, man. Look, look, it was cause Dak was cheap, sir. I wish I had my dun. It was cause Dak was cheap. They loved him when he was cheap. Then you know what I'm saying, when he got a little bread, they started hating on him. So that's how it go in Cowboy Nation. You gonna see the same thing when Micah come around too. Watch what I tell you now. We love Michael right now because he's cheap.
Right. He said Dak didn't take up for Dez like that though. Well, this is the thing though. Like,
how do you know that though?
Yeah, how would you know that? They still have a relationship to this day. They just worked out not too long ago, right? Yeah. So it's not like there's animosity or tension between Dez Bryant and Dak Prescott. Like, they still rock with each other. Also, shout out to Hoodlum and Tyrant Church. But yeah, man, like, really, I think another thing that why people don't like Dak Prescott is a lot of these fans have been long-term Cowboy fans. They've been Cowboys fans for 27, 30 plus years or whatnot. So, they let a lot of the frustration from the previous 20 years before Dak Prescott even got here boil over into what he actually does on the field, right? Because when you actually look at the 7 years that Dak Prescott has been the quarterback, it's been the most consistent, most successful we've been since the 90s, right? We haven't had a losing season since Dak Prescott's been the quarterback. We've won 2 playoff games in the last 7 years, right? All these different things. Like, we've been the best version of the Dallas Cowboys, hit those championship teams since Dak Prescott has been here in the center. Look at the wins, 61 and 36, right? Look at the success he's had. He's set all kind of franchise records in passing and touchdowns and things along those lines. So, like, Dak Prescott has done everything for the Dallas Cowboys except for winning a championship. You can't say, and you can't even say that the standard is winning an MVP because Troy Aikman never did that.
They keep on kicking that can down the road, and they move the goalposts when it's a player that they're not fond of. You know what I'm saying? All the criteria changes at that point. You know what I'm saying? Like, they might give other players passes, but then when it comes to the player that they dislike, that's when the goalposts move. So, you know what I'm saying? It's just craziness. But, like, I do want people to understand, like, when I went down there to the Senior Bowl, man, I met some Redskins fans. Well, sorry, some Commanders fans. And them boys was like, man, what y'all gonna do with Dak Prescott? I was like, hey, we gonna keep Dak Prescott. He was like, man, I wish we had a Dak Prescott. He said exactly that. Them boys know what it is to not have a quarterback. Dallas has been kind of spoiled. We done lucked up into 2 great quarterbacks. We just didn't put the proper teams around these people to maximize our, our what you call it, our return on these players. And that's what I think the biggest problem in the space is. All we talk about is we blame the quarterback for everything, or either we give them all the credit. But we understand this is a team game and take a lot of stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's not just the quarterback. It's never been. Even when Romo, see, I like the Romo too. A lot of people don't like Romo. I like the Romo. When Romo was there,
I don't like Romo. Sure.
Yeah, it's some people that hate on Romo, but Romo was phenomenal, but we didn't build a proper team around him. You know what I'm saying? We never had the right defense until late, and then that's when his body started breaking down. You know what I'm saying? And then when in 2014 we had the defense and the offense, and he got hurt. You know what I'm saying? So we just got to find that right blend of everything so we can get the maximum.
And I'm gonna tell you, and I feel like this, bro. Like, I think it's so unfair that like the standard for a quarterback is that you must win a Super Bowl. And my thing is this, like, you have fans that make statements like, if Dak doesn't get it done this year, he's out of here. Okay, so then what would be the standard for the next guy then?
Right, because remember, the guy that you're bringing in is going to be a rookie, because you can't go and get one of these top quarterbacks.
Because that's what I'm saying, and then this is that, like, it's like, so you guys fans are so emotional when it comes to your quarterback, and you know what, I guess you could say it comes with the position, but at the same time, I think that like fans, you guys, it's just, to me, I get caught in my feelings real easy, because it's like, I'd be like, how do you, if you put this expectation on Dak saying that if he doesn't get it done this year, that he's out of here, then that lets me know that you think that your quarterback is a Super Bowl caliber quarterback. Shout out to Charlie Jones for the 200 stars. Shout out Redu for the 100.
But at the same time, you say he trash.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. It makes no sense.
And that's what always gets me going and get me blocking folks and slanging the block line, or all that stuff. You feel me? But like, I'd be like, how do you say if he doesn't get it done? Like, if you're basically saying that you believe he's a Super Bowl winning quarterback, but then you say if he doesn't get it done, meaning if he doesn't win a Super Bowl, even though I think he's capable of doing it, I want to replace him with somebody who I think never even been in that situation, and start those who would you be able to get? Like, at some point, Cowboy Nation, we have to mature as fans. We have to mature.
Shout out to the GOAT, Matt Fries, with the $5 super chat. He says, "Hey, how you doing? How are you doing tonight? I'm good tonight. I love the Cowboy Nation and love you, landlord. Guys, thanks for being the best friends. You're doing good, man. We appreciate you over here, Matt. We appreciate you. Thank you. We got all love for you too, sir. We appreciate you."
Shout out, Matt. I mean, but yeah, man. So it's like, Cowboy fans, a large part of this is us, man. A large part of this is us. It is us. Like, if Dak don't get it done this year, you know what needs to happen? You need to find out why he didn't get done and fix that.
Facts.
Mm-hmm.
Like, to be honest with you, like this, and that's why, my approach for free agency in draft is just so much different. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna be honest with you. That's why my content always takes a hit around this time, because I've kind of programmed the nation where I don't want fans to think that I don't believe in the draft, because I do believe in the draft. But I also know that Thanksgiving comes before Christmas. And I'm gonna tell you this right now, Cowboy Nation, when I hear us all excited about the draft, it makes me feel like we haven't learned, bruh. Because I'm gonna tell you this right now, the Eagles don't give a damn about the draft. The 49ers don't give a damn about the draft. The Chiefs, they don't give a damn about the draft. Do they have draft picks? Yes. Some of these teams even have multiple picks. But you know what they're going to do? They're going to fix their team in free agency. Think about this. Jordan Davis is a guy I wanted in the second round, possibly even in the late first. Bro, the Eagles got this dude, and he barely played for them into the playoffs, bro. He was a rotational guy. You want to know why? Because they had grown-ass men in front of them.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? So it's like,
it makes no sense.
It doesn't make any sense. Like, Cowboy Nation, we have to, we just skip. We have no expectation of free agency. And listen to me. I know that we all like to use the excuse, yeah, but Jerry's not going to spend no money. Hey, you know what? That can't be acceptable by the nation anymore.
No, it ain't. No.
What are y'all thoughts, man?
Go ahead. All
right. Well, only thing I was going to say though is the Dallas Cowboys. When you look at it, we're 31st in spending over the last couple of years. Right? There's 30 teams that have spent more money than the Dallas Cowboys.
Pennies in your pockets.
Right. So Dallas Cowboys have not put forward the resources to be this competitive team. Honestly, if the Dallas Cowboys spent like that and we could not draft at the level we've been drafting players, we would be the Cleveland Browns. Right? We're not bringing in any game changing players.
Slow that down, bruh.
I'm just saying.
Rewind that.
Say it again.
Listen, listen, man. If we were not hitting on the draft picks we were hitting on, and we were not good at diagnosing guys, if we were the type of team that took a Jalen Reagor in the first round over a CeeDee Lamb, we would be the Cleveland Browns. But because, we are great at drafting, because we have hit on 80 to 90% of our first round picks and gotten a lot of quality picks in the draft, we've been able to stay afloat by being cheap in free agency. But when you look around, that helps you stay competitive, but it does not help you win championships. Look at the teams that went to the Super Bowl or won Super Bowls, right? Look at what the Tampa Bay Buccaneers did. They didn't build through the draft. They went and got Tom Brady. They went and built the defense. They went and got a Ndamukong Suh. They went and signed all these players, loaded up, and they went on a run and won the Super Bowl. The Rams, they went out and traded for Matthew Stafford. They went out and traded for Odell Beckham, right? They went out and traded for Jalen Ramsey. They didn't give a damn about no draft picks. They went and made a super team. They were playing Madden. They found every way to get great players on their team, and they went out there and made a run. Nobody is doing this mom and pop store thrift shopping and winning championships in the NFL.
This is what I want to say. Y'all probably thought I was slipping over here, but I've been cooking up something. So look at this. Okay. The people that say Dak can't get it done, and they say, if you don't get it done, I'm going to get rid of you, right? Let me know this. Does 3,700 yards, 22 touchdowns, and 6 interceptions get it done? Does that get it done, y'all? Does that get it done? Just answer me that question. Does that get it done? 3,700 yards, 22 touchdowns, and 6 interceptions. Does that get you to the promised land? Does that do it?
It sounds like it should.
Okay, bet. Okay, that's what Jalen Hurts did this year. And he got to the promised land. You know what I'm saying? He probably had some more rushing touchdowns, but he got to the promised land. You know how many of them similar seasons that Dak done had?
Plenty.
You see what I'm saying? But it's all Dak's fault, though.
Think about this. That would have been good enough for Dak to win Rookie of the Year. That's what Dak used to win Rookie of the Year.
Bro, Dak done did that about 10 times, but y'all only blaming Dak.
I know, but
that's
I'm just
what makes it so crazy.
But think about this, LandLord. Think about this. Jalen Hurts' best season that he had is equivalent to Dak Prescott's rookie season. It's not even, think about this. In my opinion, Dak Prescott's best season was the year where he had a better season than Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers still won the MVP because he's Aaron Rodgers, and nobody knew that Dak was playing as good as he was. Hey, your question, put the year in the comment box.
2021.
Shout out to Coles Cowboys.
How we gonna do a damn trivial question if you gonna get an answer our way, Kenny?
Shout out to Coles Cowboys with the $5 super chat. He says,
go ahead.
He says, what's good, my guys? I feel that this year could be different in free agency, only because JJ and Stephen Jones is giving Mike McCarthy more power over the team. That's just me, though. I feel the same way. I think Mike McCarthy might be getting through to them because I think if he wasn't, I don't think Kellen Moore would be gone. That's just my opinion. I don't think. You think they want to get rid of their illegitimate son? I don't think so.
Yeah, and think about this. For the first time, I also think that Kellen Moore was the odd man out because these is all older dudes. Kellen Moore was the young guy in the building making all these decisions, and Mike McCarthy's in there looking like, man, we some old dudes, and we know that didn't make no sense. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I think that was also, something else. But it's like this is the thing, man. Like, the NBA, even though the NBA is kind of turned into this mentality where it's like, the superstars, like you would think the biggest superstars is with the Lakers, and guess where they at? They like the damn 13th seed in the league. You know what I'm saying? It's a real team sport around here. You know what I'm saying? Now,
that's why I wanted to beg that question though, because I just challenged that logic and it didn't hold up. It didn't hold up to any criticism. Okay, if you saying Dak must just get it done and he hasn't done enough to get it done, I just showed you plenty of years he had a same year as Jalen Hurts and better. So that don't make sense. That argument don't hold up.
I mean, listen to me. If anybody want to say something, listen to me. 2021 and this year, I think, is a great example of what a quarterback is worth and what a quarterback almost is not worth, right? Because think about this. You had two quarterbacks who led their team, but guess what? Their team ended up starting backup quarterbacks in the playoffs. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Those are two teams.
Raul Yazzie. He said that need to go, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm telling y'all, bro. That's some low-hanging fruit, sir. That's some low-hanging fruit right there.
I mean, this is my thing. If Dak has to go, who do you No. Listen, I don't even care. Perfect world. Raul, hey, listen, it's Saturday. It's 7:32 out here. It's the February 25th. We ain't got nowhere to go. Hey, man, you got the floor. What is your plan? Listen to me. From February all the way up to like July 17th. Anything you guys want to talk about, I'm all for it as long as you got a plan. I'm gonna entertain the BS. I'm not gonna say
West Coast is much nicer than me.
Yeah,
I just can't stand for the foolishness sometimes, man.
No, but let's give the foolishness. Let's give them, because listen, they don't ever give an opportunity to speak their mind. So listen, if you got something just really foolish that you just want to say, or something just crazy idea, like the Dallas Cowboys trading for CJ Stroud, listen to me. If you just want to talk about it, listen to me. We got 7 months, baby. So this is what we're gonna talk about. Dak must go. Okay, I'm about to give you the West Coast stank right now. All 30 brain cells. Dak is gone. Boom. What is my plan? My plan right now. All right, I'm gonna tell you this right now. I'm gonna pee on myself just a little bit because I don't have a technical because Cooper Rush is not signed either.
Will Greer, you're starting quarterback, and you cut that Prescott.
Come on, man. Okay. So Henny just broke the news. Cowboys breaking news. Will Greer out of Florida. Hey, listen to me. A quarterback ain't crap when they've been in the league 5 years and they're still talking about your college.
You have no resume to speak of, sir.
No resume, bro. If you in the NFL 12 years and they still saying Will Greer from Florida.
Let me shout out Matt with this super chat real quick. He says, shout out to Matt Batten the GOAT with the $5 super chat. He says, keep it real. I was depressed a lot. The game made me sick. I'm great now. Just got to learn from our mistakes. Stop blaming each other. Let's get better, guys. Yeah, I'm with you on that, man. I'm with you on that. All right, that was a sickening loss, especially after we just had a wonderful showing. You know what I'm saying? After we had a great showing in Tampa Bay and then come out there and lay an egg the way we did. So it was tough. It was tough, man.
All right, so now I need the fellas. I'm stuck. I need you guys to help me through this one.
Listen.
I don't want no. I'm giving Raul his. I'm giving his.
Oh, you want to hear from Kim folk? Okay, go ahead.
Where is he?
No. What I want is, listen. Dak is not on the team no more. You got the three smartest Cowboys and content out that's up right now. Dak is not on the team right now. What are we doing? Get these folks a plan. Come on, man. Stop shaking your heads. Come up with a plan. We got the 26th pick. You got West Coast Cowboy, you got LandLord, you got HTM Sports. What is a realistic plan, bro, to get Dak is not off the plan? He's not on the team no more. Boom, he's not on the team.
You asking that guy or you asking us to play?
I'm asking y'all.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna tell you. You talking like you made it seem like you want Raul to jump in. Okay. Well, listen. So after we win 2 games in the following season with Dak Prescott,
who's your quarterback this year?
There's no listen. You don't know who your quarterback is because technically the Cowboys have the number 26 pick, but there's no guarantee that any of the quarterbacks that we are linked to, will be available for us to get.
What about Derek Carr?
Derek Carr,
is that an upgrade or a downgrade?
It technically would be a downgrade. If you look at career statistics, Derek Carr has a lower passer rating, lower completion percentage, lower win percentage, lower touchdown. No, he has a higher touchdown to interception ratio. So in every category that actually matters, like Derek Carr is a worse quarterback than Dak Prescott. And then you can't say it's because he played for the Raiders because he had Amari Cooper. He had at points he had Waller. He just had Adams this year, couldn't win games. Yeah. So like you can't really say it's because he didn't have weapons, right? Yeah. Now they're a horrible organization. They're a worse ran organization than the Dallas Cowboys by a long shot. But like Derek Carr, by all accounts, is not better than Dak Prescott.
Hey, hold on. You ain't answered the question though, because I'm waiting. Hey, who's gonna be the quarterback?
Can I throw this real quick?
You mentioned Derek Carr. Go ahead.
Derek, real quick, because I got the stats. God damn me. So listen, I'm taking my glasses off. I don't give a damn. My eye messed up. I can't see from here though. All right, so Derek Carr has obviously played 142 games. He's played 50 more games than Dak. He has 217 touchdowns. Dak has 116. All right, now touchdown percentage. Dak has a higher touchdown percentage. He's 1.5. Derek Carr is 4.6. Interceptions. Derek Carr has 99 interceptions. Dak has 65. Wow. Interception percentage, they have the same exactly. Longest pass, Dak has 90. Derek Carr has 87. Yards per attempt, Dak has 7.6. Derek Carr 7.1. Adjusted yards per pass attempt, Dak is 7.7. Derek Carr 7.1. Yards per completion, Dak is 11.4. Derek Carr is 11. Passing yards per game, Dak is 257. Derek Carr is 248. Quarterback rating, Dak is 97.3. Derek Carr is 92. Time sack, listen to this. Time sack, Derek Carr's been sacked 264 times. I don't know if you want to put him behind our offensive line. Think about this. Dak, you guys be saying Dak be getting sacked a lot, and Dak is athletic. All right,
Dak, you know who else they say Dak is? They say Dak the Black Kirk Cousins, right?
Yes.
How many interceptions you just said? Derek Carr had?
Dak had 217.
How many Dak had?
166. No. I'm sorry. No. Interceptions. Derek has 99.
Dak has 65.
Dak has 65.
Kirk Cousins has 105. Y'all better quit playing with my quarterback, sir. Y'all better quit playing with my quarterback, sir. Y'all talking about some black Kirk Cousins. Then, if I'm not mistaken, has Kirk Cousins even won a playoff game? See, they just be saying.
Kirk Cousins has one playoff win. Derek Carr.
It was Washington though, wasn't it?
No, he won as a Viking. I forget when. It's been a long time. Derek Carr is the one that has not won a playoff game, despite being in the league longer than Dak Prescott.
This man, Kirk Cousins, has 105 interceptions, and Dak has 66. But in the media, it's all about Dak is the interception king. You know what I'm saying? That's what's crazy. But y'all sit up there and allow that to, sway the way you look at your own quarterback, and then you don't realize what you have until it's gone. You understand?
Yeah. Now Raul tapped in and said, he ain't gonna lie, Dak better than Derek Carr. so let's keep it real. Even with Dak Prescott, even if you don't think he's the best quarterback in the world, it can always get worse. Right.
Shout out to Dwayne Brown with the $5 super chat. He said, sounds more like Carr is Kirk Cousins, not Dak. Absolutely, sir.
Mm-hmm. I agree with that.
Hey, shout out to my boy Dwayne Brown. He says Dak ain't going nowhere, but the locker room going out that locker room for the next 3 to 6 years. I heard that.
Bro, that's all we trying to tell y'all. We're not sitting here saying Dak is the greatest quarterback of all time. What we saying is that we can most definitely win with Dak. So quit acting like he's just something that need to be left on the side of the road. That's not true. We can win with him, y'all. We just don't have the other pieces to prop him up to where he needs to be. That's all what's going on. We found out the hard way that Dak can't get it done with what we gave him. Now we got to give him more. That's all this is. We just got to give him more. You know what I'm saying?
Patrick Nelson, what's your question? Just put your question in the comment box so I'll answer it.
What do you say? What, Patrick got a question?
He said he has a question, so he was nice and raised his hand. So the floor is yours, Patrick. What's your question? I'll gladly answer it for you, brother.
That's OG Pat from DCBU.
Already.
Who brought me out to the Super Bowl. He said, "LOL." Now Dak don't have their pieces. He definitely didn't have the offensive coordinator.
Timeout. Who said that? I gotta know.
Why are we the only fan base to eat our own? Well, we're the fan base that's most vocal about eating our own. Like there's plenty of teams.
Timeout. Who said he didn't have? He had the pieces. Because look at you know Michael Gallup was not the piece, bro. Why are we sitting up here acting like we had a dominant offense when we didn't? Why are we sitting up here acting like we had pieces? The success you had was probably because you had a good quarterback. Real talk.
I'm gonna keep it real. Any quarterback can win the big game. Like like everybody be trying to act like you got to be this quarterback. Like Dan Marino's one of the greatest quarterbacks to ever do it. He never won a Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying?
But Trent Dilfer did.
Nick Foles has one too.
Hold on, Franklin Saint from Snowfall. I give you that. We supposed to won last year. We did have it last year. We didn't get it done last year. Yeah, but I feel like it was play calling mostly though. But
I'm gonna tell you this right here though. As fans too, we gotta accept, and I ain't trying to give nobody no pushback, but I gotta give a little pushback. Man, what I've learned in coaching football is this: you was only supposed to win the games that you win. The games you lose are the games you were supposed to lose. That's what comes in football. The Dallas Cowboys with Kellen Moore as the offensive coordinator would have never beat the 49ers. And I'm gonna tell you this right now: if Kellen Moore,
you ain't lying.
If Kellen Moore would have been our offensive coordinator this year when we played the 49ers, we would lose to them this year because his offense is not designed to beat a defense that tackles well. Why? Because all his plays are run to design to be right in front of the defender, man. Like I broke it down. Like, listen to me. If you're running a million curl routes, a run of routes, curl routes, what are you doing? You're breaking your route in front of the cornerback. The cornerback can see you. The defense can see you. So, you're going to get hit. Unless you got shakes, your ass is going to get hit. You know what I'm saying?
A lot of the time, they was running zone against Dak, too, because they know all of them curl routes coming.
But think about this. If you're a good defense and you're good at stopping the run, guess what? A defense that's good at stopping the run, that means you do what really well? Anybody know? Tackle. You are not going to be a defense that stops the run without also being a defense that tackles really well. Because you got to tackle to stop the run. That's just how it goes. Well, guess what? If you're a good defense that tackles really well and you're playing an offense that's running curl routes, guess what's happening? You're just tackling dudes, bruh.
Curly Kelly.
You're doing. You're just
Curly Kelly.
Thank you. Like, come on, bruh.
Let me shout out the supers real quick. Shout out to Matt Bam, Mr. Goat with the $2 super chat. He says, we win with Dak, just give weapons like Eagles did. Absolutely. Shout out to Cole's Cowboy with the $5 super chat. I appreciate you, sir. He says Dak was stuck with Noah Brown and with Noah Brickham Brown as wide receiver 2 and an OC that's obsessed with the jet sweep. Absolutely. And don't know how to use a dude that ran a 4.2, 4.1 Olympic speed. Like, it's just craziness. And it took them 4 years to use Tony. Like, we keep forgetting that. We all thrilled that Tony showed up this year, but it took him 4 years to even include Tony into this offense, y'all. And look, we sitting up here, we sitting up here going back and forth with an OC, right? None of us feel like we can just be a NFL OC. You want to know what that means? That means our OC did not have common sense. You know what I'm saying? It took him 4 years to be able to utilize Tony Pollard. And we've been screaming this. I know most of us, everybody I done went across was like, man, we need to involve Tony a little more. We need to give Tony the ball. We need to put him out at the slide. We've been saying all of these things. But it took Kellen Moore 4 years to do any of it. So that's what's crazy to me.
Yeah, and I'm gonna tell you this right here. Like, there are fans that are just dug in. There are fans that they're just like, listen to me. This is what I've always learned about life. You could put 100 people in a room, and 99 people will say, "I love you," and the only person that you will hear is that one mother effer in the background that say, "I hate you." And that's just what it is with a Dak person. Like, that's just what it is. Like, I'm pretty sure that there are guys, and it's probably hard to believe, but I guarantee you, if we were Kansas City fans, that there is a 1% fans that don't believe that Patrick Mahomes is as good or does all the things that he swears he does, man. That's just what it is, man. And I mean, that's just what it is. Like, there are people who don't like. There are older people we can find 60 and 70-year-old Cowboy fans who do not like Troy Aikman. You know what I'm saying? And that's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? But for us to continue to like to say that, oh, Dak had an opportunity to win the game, I'm like, damn, there was 10 other guys that was on this field with him, and there was also an offensive coordinator. Think about this. That same offensive coordinator got a muff punt on the 27 and couldn't even get in the end zone. Y'all want to talk to me? Y'all want to talk to me about Dak throwing an interception? How about that, man? You got 3 points, 3 points, bruh. 3 points.
Right.
You was down.
Right, hold on. Let me give this shout out to Mr. Brown for the $5 cash app. I appreciate you for the support.
Yeah, Dwayne Brown the GOAT. I gotta make sure I got him on my because he comes supporting everybody, channel. That's
Real talk.
He says CD is a top 10 receiver. Those don't grow on trees. I mean, CD Lamb definitely grew into one. You know what I'm saying? That was my biggest spiel on CD Lamb. You know what I'm saying? And you know, the Cowboys, listen to me, everything that the Cowboys overcame this year, you know, losing in the second round of the playoffs, like, I know you guys don't appreciate that, but that was a major achievement because, you know, you just don't see too many teams that, you know, lose their starting quarterback for the amount of time that they did. Still, you know, and understanding, being a Cowboy fan, you understand that the Cowboys lose players, get injured players, and there is no hope for players coming in because that's just not what we do, man. Like, and Cowboy fans, you guys know that. Like, that's crazy with other organizations to know that, like, if their starting linebacker, or maybe 2 of their starting cornerbacks, like, think about this. Y'all had your fourth, technically, you had a rookie cornerback starting. You brought in 4 free agent cornerbacks throughout the season. All of them started at least a game for you.
Yeah.
And think about this. They weren't even the reason you lost the game.
You was playing musical chairs with your offensive line too.
The entire, I don't think there was one game I don't think there was 2 games where you had the exact starting offensive line from one week to the next week.
That's why I said, man, I don't want to keep repeating myself, but when you take all of this into account, bro, like, we overachieved. In my opinion, we overachieved, y'all.
I mean,
and I know that's not a popular opinion in Dallas because we want to win Super Bowls. I understand, but 2 things can be true. The truth is the truth. We overachieved.
Listen, people had us winning 7 games before the season started. Remember, like, there was that conversation that we will be a 7-win team. We won 12. We went on the road for the first time in 30 years and won a playoff game. And then when we look at that playoff game that we lost, like, people like to say that Dak Prescott lost the game. Dak Prescott is not the only player on offense that did not show up. Like, we love Zeke, but he 10 carries, 26 yards. Tony Pollard, we love him. 6 carries, 22 yards, right? Wasn't doing anything even when he got hurt. There's not a single player on this team that rushed for over 30 yards. There's not a single receiver, you know, that showed up outside of CD Lamb. CD Lamb had a great game. And Franklin, you're Eagles fan, right?
Hold on. Think about
hold on. No, I'm not done. I'm segueing. Yeah. Okay. But Franklin, because most of the talking heads had y'all winning the division. Like, when moment y'all made the trade for AJ Brown, they had y'all as the favorites to win the division. They had the Cowboys not making the playoffs. I got all this. I got the receipt saved, so we can't. It's not even time to argue about that. We ain't got to lie about that. It was all over TV. But, you know, I just to say that, like, the Dallas Cowboys offense as a whole did not show up. Not just Dak Prescott. And when you really think about the situation when he threw the last interception, it was 2nd and 1 in the red zone on the 20-yard line with the clock winding down, and you had all your timeouts. Right? Kellen Moore is the person that decided to run an option route in that situation instead of running the ball. So, you know, like, yes, Dak Prescott threw the interception, but, you know, the offensive coordinator also put him in position to throw that interception when it was actually, you know, a situation where you could have doubled up. You know, in a situation like that, you're getting the ball after halftime, like the clock is winding down. You know, you need to be trying to take as much clock off of the game clock, score, and then by the time you're kicking the ball off, you know, they don't have enough time to go back down the field. Then you're getting the ball back. So I don't understand the play call, but, you know, you can't just put everything on Dak Prescott.
That's all we saying. That's all we saying. If you had a better strategy, you had a better offense, you had better players, it would have been possible, bro. Like I just don't like the people that talk like Dak is just like chopped liver. Like just get him out of here. Like he's just garbage. Now you can not be fond of the guy. You know what I'm saying? You can feel like we can upgrade. You know, you can feel like the quarterback position could be an upgradable position. But don't sit up here and act like he don't even supposed to be on the team. Like that's just foolishness. Like, know what I'm saying? If these people requesting Cooper Rush and stuff, like, come on now, guys. Like that's just I don't even like to talk about that foolishness. But okay, like you said, man, if you look at the way that game was set up, bro, at the most important moment of his life, at the biggest drive of his life, the most critical situation, Kellen Moore come up with 3 garbage plays, bro. How do your OC punt in a situation like that? How many points was we down? We weren't even down a full touchdown. Like we had a chance to go down and win the game, and your OC punted the ball. Like we had to punt. Like when do you even see that from a decent offense? When do you ever see that, West Coast? When?
I mean, Kellen Moore just gets himself. I think he almost feel like he has like anxiety attacks or something. Like he has like anxiety and like, man, so for all the people that's dealing with anxiety, you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? I think he just has moments where he can't control himself, man, and he just lets the moment it's almost like a golfer and putting. You know what I'm saying? Like the moment is just too big and he just hits the ball too hard and it goes too far left. You know what I'm saying?
Thanks, Tyrone Church. He said we was down 4 points, bro. We had the whole season in front of us, y'all. And we had to punt. That's what's so crazy. Like, look, that means, for us to have to punt in a situation like that, West Coast, and do y'all know what that means? That means we gained no yards, sir.
Nothing.
That means we didn't do anything. That's what that means. And you sitting up here telling me that that's just your quarterback? No, sir. If you can't gain yards in a situation like that, bro, you need to throw that guy out of here. He needs to go. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I made the video I made. I had to be a little funny. I called it Kellen's last curl because I feel like that was the drive that got him up out of here. That's the drive that made Steven and Jerry really see for what he was. Like, bro, this is your bet. This is the best you got. I know Mike McCarthy.
In that final play, man. Also, you got to think like this, man. That final play, you got Zeke.
I gave my back.
Now you came back. You got Zeke playing center, man. Like it's just like it sucks that the Cowboys. It sucks that the Cowboys even have. We can hear you. Hello, we can hear you. Can you hear me? LandLord. All right. Well, yeah. I mean, we got LandLord. I can still see you. I'm pretty sure you can still hear me. Your microphone. Make him just want to unplug it and plug it back in. You probably be good.
Yeah.
That's what it sounds like. But shout out to my boy. He says, "Man, I deal with depression and anxiety a lot, but you make it great coaching adjustments too." Yeah. I mean, I just feel like sometimes
we can hear you.
We can hear you. It just feels like the moment. I don't think he can hear us. The moment I don't know if it just gets too big for him, but he just in those moments, man, he doesn't think clear. And it's like I know for a fact he's a guy that does not have confidence in his own ability. You know what I'm saying? He's like LeBron James when he was young. Like LeBron James was a great player, but you guys in those great moments, LeBron James used to do what? He used to pass that ball a lot. You know what I'm saying? He put it on somebody else.
I believe I'm back.
You are back.
Okay. I was about to just say this. This finna be quick. Like, when you was in that situation, I'm sure Mike McCarthy walked down there to Kellen Moore and said, "Sir, give me the best series you got. We got to go win." You see what I'm saying? You got to go score right here. There's no way you can punt in a situation like that, man. That means you gain 0 yards. That's terrible. You couldn't even risk. You know what I'm saying? You couldn't even risk to go for it because you didn't do anything.
Yeah, that's you telling him to go to go pick the 6 plays that you put your life that you will live and die by.
And he picked curls. That's what he picked.
And what's crazy, that's his go-to play. Like, what's the sad thing about it is, like, that is a staple route in the offense he was running.
He kept it 100, honestly.
Like he did what he knows to do. He called a curve route.
That's terrible, man.
He really kept it 100.
He was true to himself. He was true to himself. Unfortunately, because I'm not high on no damn curve. Like a curve route is it has a place. It has a place in an offense, but that can't be your go-to.
Hey, shout out my boy Dwayne Morris, $5 super chat. He says, great offense isn't always about fancy routes passing. Sometimes it's about being sound in your play calling and just running the damn football for 2 yards. I heard that, man.
You see these hats we got on? Absolutely, sir.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you this right now. Nothing looked ridiculous about the 49ers offense. Nothing looked ridiculous about the Eagles offense. Nothing really looked ridiculous about the Chiefs offense, to be honest with you. You know what I'm saying? The Chiefs, if you go look at the plays, the 2 plays that they scored on, the 2 biggest plays of the Super Bowl, if you really go look at those concepts, even though those were pass plays, they were actually using the pass as what? As run. By what? By getting the ball in the hands of the playmaker as quickly as possible. That's using the pass. That's using the pass game as a run play.
Somebody said Justin Herbert is going to hate Kellen Moore. Who y'all? Everybody concentrating on Kellen Moore. I mean Justin Herbert. You know who gonna really hate him? Austin Eckler. Austin Eckler is going to despise Kellen Moore because you want to know why?
They don't throw to the running back.
Hold on. I was about to say that guy had 100 catches last year. You think he gonna have that in his offense, West Coast?
No.
Shit. Come on now. That's who gonna have a hit out on Kellen Moore. Is gonna be Austin Eckler.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you, Herbert made low key like Kellen Moore because Herbert's a quarterback and Herbert trying to get paid. So Herbert need a 50. He need a 50 touchdown season, and I bet you they let him go get it too. Because if you give Herbert 50 touchdowns, that validates him getting paid, regardless if they win the playoffs or not. Because if you're the Chargers, you know for sure you don't have what it takes, and you can't even build a team that's going to be able to beat the Chiefs next year. So
I feel like they're gonna succeed together. They're gonna have a decent offense.
I mean, they're gonna score points. It's not gonna equate to winning.
Offense. But this is the thing. Yeah. Think about this. He already throw a bunch of touchdowns. He already throw a ball. Like Kellen Moore isn't really gonna do nothing more than what Justin Herbert's already doing.
Yeah, they already a volume passing team. So he already has the gaudy numbers. He already gonna throw. He gonna throw 30 touchdowns, about double-digit interceptions. They're gonna miss the playoffs by a game, or they're gonna go to the playoffs, get blown out.
But he's gonna have 50 touchdowns, and he's gonna get paid, and that's gonna help him sleep at night.
I say Herbert gonna have more interceptions. He might have the most productive year he done had, but he gonna have a lot more interceptions. I feel like
about 19.
He gonna throw a lot of touchdowns this year too.
I say he throw about 40 touchdowns, 19 interceptions.
I can see that.
Mm-hmm.
What y'all think about that game though when he plays though? Ooh.
He said hold on. He said we're hating. Hold on, wait. Hold that thought. He said we're hating on Kellen Moore to save Dak Prescott. No, we're not.
Hey, Kellen props, sir. What is you saying?
And besides, hold on. I got something for you. So Dak Prescott. Hold on, I got the numbers. Dak Prescott without Kellen Moore, 32-16 as a starter, 85 touchdowns. 38 turnovers. Dak Prescott with Kellen Moore as a starter, 29-20, 108 touchdowns, 53 turnovers. So you tell me, was he better without Kellen Moore? Or was he better with Kellen Moore?
You know, a lot of fans. I'm gonna tell you this right now. A lot of fans don't realize that Dak played with someone else before he played with Kellen Moore. They don't realize that. They remember watching Dak as a rookie, and they remember Kellen Moore being on the team. But they don't remember that Kellen Moore was a backup quarterback. He wasn't the offensive coordinator. Dak Prescott had Scott Linehan as his offensive coordinator from 2016 to 2019. You know what I'm saying? So, there was 3 years. That's 3 years of data you can actually look at to see if Dak was a better quarterback before Kellen Moore. And the numbers say that he was actually a better quarterback before Kellen Moore. And I'm gonna tell you this right now. If you go look at listen, I'm gonna tell you this. A lot of people can get mad at Jason Garrett for whatever they want to say, but if Jason Garrett would have still been the head coach of the Dallas Cowboys, Zeke Elliott would be looking at it as an MVP. I'm gonna tell you this why? Because Jason Garrett never had a problem running the football. Never.
He did run that ball though. The only thing he was a little too stubborn with it though. Jason didn't care. He didn't care who he was going up against. He was gonna hand Zeke that ball. You also got to remember though, Scott Linehan was really the off because Jason Garrett, he didn't even call plays since 2012. You know what I'm saying? They stripped him. You know
You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? But I mean, the Cowboys, one thing I will say this about if Mike McCarthy this year, and one thing I saw because they posted, I wish I should have posted, I should have got the picture. If you go look at this offense, they got something on there that I ain't never seen on there, and that's something we've been asking for, and that is a run game. Shout out my boy Sean Poe.
Run game coordinator.
You got another super West.
Let me see. Shout out to my boy Darius Morris. He said great. Oh, he says if they don't get wide receivers, they can read defenses. They in trouble. That offense costs for cerebral wide receivers. Yeah, and those guys cost a lot of money. That's why we hoping in this West Coast offense, everybody just run their routes.
I'm glad you was about to segue to exactly what I wanted to talk about with that with the Tozine them and stuff, the new coaches. Like Hen, I know you said you ain't like him because he ain't really got the resume, but think about it like this though.
I said I didn't like him if he's going to be the actual offense, the actual quarterback coach.
Yeah,
but I said if he's the quarterback coach in name only, just like Schottenheimer's offensive coordinator in name only, then I'm cool with it.
That's where I'm getting at. Listen, I feel like he ain't gonna be nothing but the bridge between Dak and Mike McCarthy. He gonna deliver Mike McCarthy message to Dak, and it's gonna keep that same superior dynamic that we need that was lacking with Kellen Moore. Know what I'm saying? He didn't have that superior dynamic. It was all peer to peer. He probably coming there like, hey Dak, I need you to do this, and he like, all right, Kellen. Like no respect, like no fear. You need a what Coach Popovich say, the appropriate fear. He didn't have that with Kellen Moore. You know what I'm saying? Like he didn't have that level of respect. So when you use that bridge with Tozine, I feel like all he gonna do is deliver probably some of the unpleasant stuff that Mike McCarthy want to say to Dak, or you know what I'm saying? He gonna be able to deliver that message perfectly. I feel like so. He ain't gonna be nothing but an extension of Mike McCarthy to Dak Prescott. That's what I feel like he is.
And they ain't buddy, so I like it.
I mean, at this point in Dak's career, man, his quarterback coach is not gonna be helping him fix his skill set or anything like that. Like his, you know what I mean? Like he has a personal guy that he pays $100,000, couple $100,000 a year. That is his actual, guy that's gonna help him get better. Like. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's the guy he's paying right now. His quarterback coach is a guy that's going to be on the sidelines with him, that's going to help him see and read defenses and things like that. You know what I'm saying? And it's like maybe that's the aspect of the game that he's really, really good at. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, because your quarterback, Dak is going to be talking to his quarterback. Well, he's going to be talking to his quarterback coach and his head coach. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how that works. Actually, Dak going to have to play for that. It's actually going to be talking to a gang of folks because he's going to have to talk to, when he comes to the sidelines, he's going to talk to Mike McCarthy because he's calling the play. Then if the offensive coordinator is actually doing something in the game, theoretically, you would think that he's going to talk to the offensive coordinator. That would be weird for a guy to be a quarterback and not talk to his offensive coordinator. You know what I'm saying? Right. So he's going to talk to him. Then he's also going to have his position coach who he talks to, that he talks to. You know what I'm saying? Who he verbalizes stuff. So Dak gonna be talking to a gang of motherfuckers on the sideline. God damn.
Yeah, and there's a lot of cooks in that kitchen. Shout out to Matt with the
as long as only one person talking though, man.
Shout out to Matt with the $2 super chat. He says a lot of interceptions, not Dak's fault. Stop the Dak hate. It's sad. Absolutely.
7 interceptions on non-turnover worthy plays. I know I be spewing it every time we talk about it, but it is what it is.
I don't like the fact that they done made this his new reputation when it's never been Dak ever. You know what I'm saying? Like out of 1 year, now he's just the poster child of interceptions. And it's never been Dak ever. Not even in college. He's never been the interception guy.
He has 101 more touchdowns than he does interceptions. So, that tells you all you need to know about if he throws a lot of picks or not.
That lets you know that the media is full of it. Because they want to sell you that Dak Prescott is the new interception king pin of the league. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, I'm going to tell you this right now. Even if all the interceptions was Dak's fault, so what, man? Like, Matthew Stafford led the league in interceptions the year before and won a Super Bowl. So who cares? Like, you telling me a guy can't go out there with a broken thumb, miss 5 games in the NFL season, have an offensive line that switches every week, not even know who your number one receiver is, and that guy can't throw interceptions? Like, shut up, man.
Facts.
I love y'all, but shut up. Y'all can get mad at me. I can just make sure you follow HTM or LandLord. We get back at it. You know what I'm saying? But for real, man, like, at some point, bro, like when do y'all shut up, bro? Like when do y'all like
just like go ahead.
No, I'm
I was about
saying
to say something
like,
about a comment.
when do we stop that, bro? Like why does that not factor into anything? But then you'd be like, oh, why did Aaron Rodgers not have a good season? Oh, because he didn't have Adams, and then he had the young receivers, and yeah, but I
thought you needed nobody.
Exactly.
Yeah. And
Like,
now, even if you look at Pat, shit, you see Pat had one of the best offensive coordinators or head coaches you'd ever seen come through here. You know what I'm saying? To ever lace them up with Big Red. And then you look at Eric B. Enemy, he been sensational doing his job the whole time. He got at least they attempted to replace Tyreek Hill and got an all-star team of bees. You know what I'm saying? Like we didn't even like legitimately try to replace Cooper. We did not. We didn't do a real job of that. Like, like when we did one of them jobs, like you tell your child to sweep the floor and then you look back and now it's all kind of crap still on the floor. Like we did a halfway job of doing that. You know what I'm saying? We didn't give it the good old college try. We didn't do that. We did some old foolishness. You know what I'm saying? James Washington, shout out to Law Nation with him. And who else?
Listen to me. As long as James Washington is a guy that we can talk about, he's always going to be known as James
Washington. Then look, Dennis Houston. We did that one too. What we had him there for? This dude actually was a starter on this team.
And I'm gonna time out. At Dennis Houston's defense, he should have been a starter because in week 1 he was the best wide receiver on the Dallas Cowboys.
You want to know why it seemed that way? I feel like
because everybody else listen, but
he understood all those options. That's all it was. He knew where to go.
But guess what? Such is life. You know what I'm saying? You be like, hey, he ugly. That's why he with Kim. I mean, he got all that money. Hey, such is life.
Yeah.
They say you get to a certain amount of money, they don't care no more.
Then look, it told you everything that you wanted to know about the scheme. Cause look, exactly when we was sitting up here trying to figure it out, we like, hey, why is Dennis Houston starring? Like everybody was asking Dak them questions, Kelly them questions, Mike McCarthy them questions. You know what they were saying? Well, he just always in the right spot. That right there lets you know it's all scheme. That's what lets you know. That's exactly what all of them said, the same thing. He's always in the right spot. He knows where to go. Like all that's just knowledge about how quickly he's picking up the scheme. We don't care about the scheme, Kelly. You need Jimmys and Joes over your X's and O's, and we see that. And I know Mike McCarthy is a guy that knows that. You know what I'm saying? Mike McCarthy know this.
Hold on. Raphael Brown said Dak consistently overthrow, underthrow, make bad decision when he has to throw the ball over 25 times in a game. Raphael, if that was the case, how is Dak Prescott top 10 in completion percentage in NFL history?
The numbers don't say that, sir. So that's emotional.
I mean, if and that doesn't even add up with his win percentage when it comes to throwing the ball over 25 times. Now, if you wanted to say over 31 times, there's a difference, but that's for every quarterback. Right, the win percentage for most quarterbacks drops the more that they pass the ball. Aaron Rodgers has a losing record when he passes the ball 40 times or more. So it's not really a thing. Like when you throw the ball more, you probably turn the ball over more. You're probably behind. There's all type of reason why you're throwing the ball that much.
Exactly.
Really, bro. It just a lot of the stuff that people say, man. To me, it just proved that they don't watch other teams. That's all they do. Because you couldn't watch other teams. Like I understand, like you being a diehard Cowboy, you might not spend time watching a lot of other teams. But I'm telling you, I'm here. I ain't talking about you.
No, I'm talking on the east side. He said, boy, we reading them comments like, yeah, we supposed to interact with y'all.
Yeah, we reading them comments. But look, I could tell that a lot of people don't watch other teams because a lot of this stuff that they try to paint out Dak to be just this terrible quarterback. Everybody does this stuff, man.
Facts.
Everybody does this stuff. Patrick Mahomes overthrows guys all the time, sir. He does. I don't see how y'all just don't see.
You want to know why they overthrow guys? It's this thing. And listen to me. You guys understand it. Shout out my boy Tyrone Church. They're not overthrowing the guys because they're overthrowing the guys. They're overthrowing the guys because their ass is getting chased by somebody trying to kill them.
300-pound killers on their tail. I promise
you, if Dak could set his feet and throw a perfect pass, he would choose to do that every single time. But unfortunately, sometimes you just don't get those opportunities. You know what I'm saying? Especially when your offensive line is switching every single week. Like, you just don't get those same opportunities like a guy who has the same starting offensive line every single week. But I mean, if you don't think those things matter, then I don't know. I mean, that might be there might lie the problem. You know what I'm saying?
And we told you about the inconsistencies of the offensive line. We can definitely use some O-line help. We can definitely use some better receivers. But all everybody's concentrating on is Dak Prescott. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. And make some of these throws easier. If you low on Dak Prescott, sir, and you know you can't do nothing with him right now, you got to be with him. You know what you need to be doing, putting pressure on your front office to make it easier. That's all you can do. Give him some wide receivers. You need to be screaming at Jerry right now. Go get him some help. Make it easier for this so-called trash quarterback. That's all you got to do. Give him a better O-line. Let him run the ball. Like, do something.
Because if you go with the mindset of we just going to replace Dak, and then you put a guy in here that does not know, that's not as good as Dak with what you have going on, you're going to lose way more games. Because think about it, you only saw your team lose 6 times this entire season, and one of those times was in the playoffs.
Yeah, and think about it. People are talking about what Cooper Rush was able to do, but the offense was in the bottom 20s and everything, scoring, third down conversions, yardage. So like they weren't a good offense at all with Cooper Rush under there. But when Dak Prescott came back from injury, same personnel, same offense, they were the number 1 scoring offense in the league. And listen, we've been the number 1 scoring offense in the league since 2019 in the game that Dak Prescott's healthy.
Yeah, and also I was about to read that because I mean Snug.
He said the offensive line wasn't that bad. Well, I can pull up the numbers for you. You want to talk about pass protection?
This is the comment that he said that wanted me to read. He says, not a Dak hater. I don't think so myself, but you guys think Dak missed a wide open TY in the San Francisco game. This is the funny thing about it is, Snug, he probably did miss him, but he also connected with him on a 30-yard bomb that led to like 42 yards. So it's like, why are we going to take the bad but not also take the good? And then also, Snug, if we're going to be that detailed in football, why don't we take it another notch and find out why did he miss those throws? Did Dak just literally with no pressure just stand back there, say 1, 2, 3, and just loft the ball up? Or I'm pretty sure there was some pressure on him.
That's what I was about to say.
I'm pretty sure.
My answer would be I would love to see.
And LandLord, think about this, LandLord. If there was pressure on him, and that's the reason why he probably had to throw the ball quickly, farther, faster, whatever reason, that then kind of proves the case about the whole offensive line. And then let's just be real, bro. Like, we cannot sit on here and pretend like we have this higher football intelligence and then put it all solely on the quarterback. Like some of you guys really contradict your own football intelligence because you guys be having these really thoughtful comments, but then they be so like to have a mind. Listen to me. If you are of the mind that everything that happens in a game is negative on the quarterback, even the incompletions are all on the quarterback, man, your quarterback, your football IQ, and I'm not trying to insult anybody, is low, because those people who have even played football understand that an incompletion or even an interception, man, it's bigger than that. Think about this. There's 5 passes Dak had which were intercepted that touched someone else's hands first.
Yeah. So look, that's what I want to say about that though. Like,
how do you put that on Dak?
When you ask that question, I believe you're talking about the play where CD when he threw the interception, when he threw it to CD. Like, this one thing you gotta understand. First of all, every quarterback, you gonna miss some people, bro. Like, it's not the end of the world if you don't see this guy sometime. Like, it just happens. You know what I'm saying? You might be reading this side of the field and he over there open. Like, it just happens. Like, then one thing about it, you don't read the entire field every play. You don't do that. Some plays it be, you got to read this side of the field. You got to go to your primary receiver sometime. You don't have the vision.
Tell them why can't you read the whole field?
because you concentrating on your primary receiver, you got to progress. Then you might not have time. You might not have time to get to the rest of the progression. So on that play, I believe you talking, because I seen a lot of people saying that he didn't make that throw and T.Y. was open. But you gotta think about this. Just like Westco said, he didn't have the amount of time to reboot.
But
He was
listen,
sitting there. Hold on, this finna be quick. He was sitting there reading the option route, and CD should have been open if he would have did the right thing, but he didn't. And when he didn't, Dak was like, "Hey, he don't have time to reboot to a whole nother receiver.
Thank you.
He don't have time. Now he just got to throw it somewhere."
And think about this. So I'm gonna tell you something. This is next football conversation. This is next level football conversation. This is not for everybody. I'm just let you guys know this. This is not for everybody. If you can handle it, you can handle it. If you can't handle it, then hey, we'll just chill in the lobby. We'll be right back. All right, but everybody else that can handle this, we having a next level conversation. You guys also know that as Dak goes through his progressions, the wide receivers are doing what? They're moving down the field. Yeah. So even when he comes back to those progressions, they're not running the same routes anymore. You want to know why? Because he just ran a slant route and there was a linebacker there now. You know what I'm saying? Right. Things have changed. So it's not even really, listen to me. And think about this. If the play is a 3-step drop, that means that the offensive line is going to be protecting for 3.5 seconds. So the protection may not even warrant you getting to the other side.
To another progression.
Yeah, you listen to me. That'll be a sack that will be on you. The offensive line is going to look at you like, bruh, that was on you. Why? Because
we could.
Yeah, it was a 3-step drop. You're on the 5th. How do you expect to get to your 5th read? Listen to me. On a 3-step drop, you're not getting to your 4th read unless your offensive line is good.
Facts.
Or unless you extend the play yourself, right? Then that's what make Dak pistol.
Let me shout out these supers real quick. Shout out to Matt Bann with the $2 super chat. I want Dak a great O-line, so Dak got all day to throw. Yeah, that was 2016, and you seen what he did as a rookie. So just imagine what he could do now. Shout out to Dwayne Morris with the $5 super chat. He said, "Can y'all brothers explain how the offense was run with rush while Dak was out? They protect the rush. They gave him the easy mode. They let him do short third downs. They ran the ball way more than often. They made it. They played smart, responsible football. That's what they did. And when Dak came back, it seemed like Kellen Moore just felt like he ain't have a curfew no more. You know what I'm saying? Like hey, we can do it all. We can do it all now. Kellen Moore told you that it burned his soul to run the ball. He said it was just itching for him to throw the ball. They told you that. You know what I'm saying? So when he got Dak back, he like, yes, I can throw again. You know what I'm saying?
And I've been trying to get this out for a second, so I'm just say before I forget. To answer the question for earlier, the Dallas Cowboys were ranked 28 in pass protection in the year. So that means
only 32 teams. There's only 32
out of 32 teams. So they were a bottom 4, bottom 5 offensive line in terms of pass blocking. And people only count sacks. People don't ever count pressures, quarterback hits, hurries. They're like, he got sacked once. They don't mean anything.
We were the 5th worst offensive line in football. And it makes sense as many times as we switched our offensive line. Like, and we changed our offensive line every single week. Like, it doesn't surprise me that they were ranked that way. Like you had Tyron Smith starting at some point. You had Tyler Smith starting at one point. You had, every one of your positions except for your center position switched, and then your center didn't even play good.
Facts.
Like, he was healthy, but he
made a Pro Bowl some kind of way.
Oh my God. He made the Pro Bowl because he's a Dallas Cowboys center.
Facts. Right. He was an alternate. He was like the third guy in. So it's not like he did it off his merit. Guys,
when you're voting for the Pro Bowl, who do you know at center? Name 3 centers off the top of your head. I know mine.
Jason Kelce.
and Kelce
in our division.
Exactly. And he in our division. Exactly. I would give Kelce would get my vote because I know him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Let's take a quick break, y'all. We got people in the building, man. If y'all enjoying the content, please like and share the content, man. We appreciate y'all. Hit the like and share for the squad. It will not charge a card, man. We appreciate everybody rocking with us. Shout out to everybody rocking.
What's up with you, Auntie Charlene? I see you.
Yeah, right. Yeah, like Franklin said, he made it because the Eagles went to the Super Bowl. Yeah, because Kelce couldn't make it. Yeah, he was alternate, but I promise you, man, Tyler Biotis is not that good. Like I watched, look, me and LandLord were watching film on Zeke, trying to see if Zeke was really falling off, and we just seen like a horror video of this boy getting his ass whooped all across the field, toe up, like he
that Washington guy.
Boy, man, Washington, the Cincinnati game, DJ Reader was out here plexing that boy.
That was week 2.
Hold on, Carl. Wait until he said, "Landlord, you're gonna talk about our hooker situation." What you mean, sir? Is you talking about the quarterback from Tennessee? It's just
Henry Hooker or Malik Hooker. There's a bunch of hookers running around.
Yeah. You know, Jerry got his own.
Jerry gonna keep a hooker around.
You know what I'm saying? Let me know what you got to
say. What's up, Miss Evans? I appreciate you tapping in with us.
In a little bit, I buy a little bit. You know
I pay for it.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
That was Juvenile or BG. Want to know how the song? I pay for it. Hey,
I spend a little bit. You know but yo, man,
how many hookers can the Cowboys have on their roster? I don't know, sir.
Shoot, as long as they stay healthy, I ain't tripping. But yo, man, we've been on here for about an hour and 30 minutes, man. I'm about to go in here and eat dinner, man. Hey, man, we gonna what's today? Saturday. Hey, I'm down to get back on here tomorrow after church.
Yes, sir. We can do it. Well, you know, I gotta go to the day job, but I can get on here early though.
All right, shoot.
It's a bit. We'll rock.
We'll figure it out.
Matter of fact, landlord, we finna segue. We finna jump back up on it again, ain't we? Because we got something special planned, don't we, landlord?
Yeah, if you want to go, if you want to keep it going, we can keep it going and do the DAC show if you want to.
Yeah, so let's landlord. I mean, West Coast has stuff to do, but me and landlord finna jump back in. We'll go live and go right back up. We have another Dak Prescott show to do, and this time with footage. So we will talk about it.
We're gonna evaluate every Dak Prescott interception. So we want y'all to see. So we can give him the proper amount of playing and the proper amount of, you know what I'm saying, grace. So that's what we're gonna do right back. We'll say at 10:30, we'll go back live, y'all.
All right, here we go. Hey, and if you're watching, and if you're on West Coast Cowboy page, and once they go live, I'll share it on my page too, so y'all can watch it in on there too. Make sure you guys tap in and support. These guys have put in a lot of work, lot of work. They got all 17 interceptions, so make sure you guys tune in and watch this, man, because it's gonna be good. You already know what it is. Never look down because stars up. Peace.